Hey, 7th graders, it's Miss Crawford. I just want to talk to you guys about Friday's lesson. So obviously you can see very similar to what we've done this week. I think you guys are kind of getting the routine down, so just in time for us to switch it up on you next week. Anyway, here's today's assignment for Friday, September 18th. Today you guys will be doing the last little parts of your notes on taxonomy and life. So you have 2 pictures to upload into your notes. This is the last page that you guys made. So it should look something like this. So under the life section or the life unit and then the Dichotomous Keys page, you guys should have added this dichotomous key. And then you guys should add this little example as well, which we'll go over here in a second. So dichotomous keys are just a series of questions based on characteristics of different organisms that help us identify the organism. So this kind of goes with our whole theme this week of looking at different characteristics of organisms and seeing how they're related to each other. If we look at the word dichotomous, di means two. So generally what you will see is 2 questions every time to help you kind of identify and narrow down your organism. So you'll use a key, and we're going to go through this here in an example and then also in your worksheet today. You're always going to start with the number 1 for each organism. So if you have an organism you want to identify, you always start at the top of your questions. Each question has 2 options. So which one fits your organism the best? And then you guys will answer all your questions until you've kind of hit the end of the road and you're able to identify your organism. For this first little example with the minions, you guys are just going to find the name of the minions, but with your guys' worksheet today, you guys will see that you'll be using the genus and the species. So you'll kind of have an idea too of these different species of quote-unquote aliens and how they might be related to each other based on their genus and their species. All right, so let's take a look at our example right here. So this is similar to what a dichotomous key would look like. We have our, let's see here, 10 organisms up here to identify. And then this is our dichotomous key. So you can see for every option, I have for every question, I have 2 options. You always start with number 1. So I'm going to go up here into my tools, and I'm going to grab a pencil. I'm going to use red for today. And then I'll be able to write on this as we go through. So we're going to go ahead and start and identify this organism right here, or this minion. Okay, so you again start at question 1. So you have 2 options, and it says the minion has 1 eye or the minion has 2 eyes. So we look and say, all right, this guy has 1 eye. Now go to question 2. So we go to question 2. The minion is smiling. The minion is not smiling. Looks like he has a little bit of a smile right there. So go to question 6. So it'll kind of take you guys on a little treasure hunt. The minion is saluting, or the minion has his finger on his chin. He has his finger on his chin. So this is Kyle. So over that minion, we can write Kyle. Okay? Then we go ahead and we can look at our next minion. So I'm going to go ahead and erase little marks I've made. I'm going to use blue for this next one. All right, so this is our second organism, or our second minion to identify. And again, even though we're on our second organism, we start on question 1 every time. Okay, so the minion has 1 eye or the minion has 2. He has 2 this time, so it's going to take us on a little different pathway than last time. So we're going to go to question 3. Question 3 says the minion has a toothy smile or is not showing any teeth. Looks like we can see some teeth there. So we're going to go ahead and go to question 4. 4 says the minion is riding on a rocket or the minion is standing. Our guy is standing, so go to question 7. The minion has both hands up or the minion has 1 hand up. He has his 1 hand up. Go to 9. So we can scroll down and say the minion has his left hand up or his right hand up. He has his left hand up. So not your left, but his left hand up. So this dude right here is Larry. So we can go ahead and write Larry up there. All right, let's go ahead and erase some of our marks we've made. And we'll go ahead and I'll do 2 more minions for you guys, and then you'll do the rest of your examples on your own. I'll do 1 more example. I think you guys are kind of getting the hint. So this guy right here, again, even though he's our 3rd guy we're looking at, we're starting on question 1. Every organism that you are identifying, you start on question 1. Okay, so the minion has 1 eye or 2 eyes. This guy has 2, so go to question 3. Down at 3, we say the minion has a toothy smile, or the minion is not showing teeth. You guys can't see any teeth, so we'll say not showing teeth. Go to 5. The minion is looking at you, or the minion is working. It looks like our dude's working here. So this guy is Tim. Okay, for good measure, let's do one more. And then you guys will do the other 5, 6, 7, or 6, excuse me. All right, again, start at question 1. The minion has 1 eye, or the minion has 2? He has 2, so we're going to go to question 3. The minion has a toothy smile, or he's not showing teeth? He's not showing teeth, so we're going to go to 5. The minion is looking at you. He's looking right into my soul, so we're going to go to question 8. The minion is smiling, or he is frowning. He's got a nice little smile. It's not a big smile, but he's smiling, so this dude is Mark. Okay, so I want you guys to go ahead and practice and go through and finish the rest of these. Pause this video, and then I'll have you guys check your answers. So you guys should have finished filling out your little minions here. So if I go through starting at number 1, this guy is Phil. Again, for this guy, I would start at number 1. He's Ted, Stuart, Dave, Bart, sorry that one's kind of messy, and Kevin. So those are your guys' notes for today. I'm just going to go over your next thing, which is your assignment. So you'll find your assignment right here in Teams. Okay, you'll open that form. If you guys are a DLI student or you were absent the days you were supposed to be in class, I handed out a piece of paper that you guys can use to answer these questions. I expect that paper to come back in one piece with no handwriting on it. But if you guys are a DLI student, you don't have that paper, so you guys can use this link right here so you can see the questions better. What I did was I just split my page in half. So in one page, I'm going to have the form, and on the other page, I'm going to have the questions. So you guys are more than welcome to do that, and then you guys will just be able to scroll over. I'm going to move this a little bit more. So you guys can see the form on one side and the picture on the other. So you guys have 20 aliens to identify, and you'll be using this dichotomous key to help you. As you guys go through this assignment, you'll notice that I put some hints on there. So when we talk left or right, we're talking about your left or right, not the aliens. So this is his left leg, okay? Or what you guys see as his left. So it says identify the alien. Left and right is your left and right, not the aliens. This alien has spikes on his left leg. So I put some hints for the different features for you guys. Also, when you are typing in the answer, there's no reason you spell it wrong, okay? You guys have the answer right here for these different names. And if you guys kind of look at them, it's easy to break it down a little bit and see exactly what... It's just kind of made up of little subwords. Let me pull this back up. Open, excuse me. So for instance, you guys see all of this. This would be like the genus. You can either see broadus or narrowus. You guys see the word in there, broad and narrow. And then we just ended with an us. You guys will see that half of these are broadus and half of these are narrowus. So half of your guys' answers over here are going to be broadus and the other half are going to be narrowus. Okay, so you guys can kind of keep that in mind and maybe even do some copying and pasting if you guys figure out which ones are which. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at our first alien, and I'll do a couple examples with you guys. So again, with all these aliens, you guys start on number 1. So identify the alien. Okay, so let's start up here with number 1. So the creature has a large wide head or a creature has a small narrow head. That will be the only first question you ask yourself every time. So this guy has a small, narrow head. Tells you to go to question 11. So if I come down here to 11, it says the creature has no antennae or the creature has antennae. Looks like he has antenna. So we're going to go to 14. The creature has 2 eyes or the creature has 1. Our guy has 2 eyes. So from 14, we're going to go to 15. The creature has a mouth. I can see his mouth right there. So we're going to go to 16. The creature has spikes on his left leg, or there are no spikes at all. He has spikes on his left leg, which again is our left, not his, and that's what the hint tells you. So your first answer that you guys would fill in is narrowus portus. Okay, so narrowus. So narrow, and then us, and then port, us. Remember to keep your capitalization just the same. So your N should be capitalized, but the rest should all be lowercase. Okay, make sure again you spell that right if it helps you break it down into little words. So like narrow, us, and then port, us. Okay, so you guys would go on to the next one. You have a new alien to identify. Even though he's a new alien, again, you guys would start with question 1. Oops, sorry. Oh, nuts. Let me pull that back up. Give me just a second. So to do this, you guys just minimize it, and then if you guys highlight near the side, you'll see a little arrow. And you guys can kind of change the size until you get it where you want it. And then you can click it and drag it. So now it should be good, and my form can be pulled back up. All right, so again, you start at question 1. The creature has a large wide head, or the creature has a small narrow head. This guy has a large wide head. So go to question 2. It has 3 eyes or it has 2 eyes. This guy has 3. So we're going to go to question 3. There is a star in the middle of its chest, or there is no star. This is a star. Okay, and that's supposedly his chest, but these are also its legs. It's kind of confusing. So he has a star in the middle of his chest. Go to question 4. 4 says the creature has hair spikes, or the creature has no hair spikes. This guy has no hair spikes. So we're going to go to 5. 5 says the bottom of the creature is arc-shaped, or the bottom is M-shaped. So this is the bottom of the creature, and this is an arc. The other one kind of looks like a wavy M. So this one is Broadus arcus. So we would type in capital B, broad, and then us, arc, us. Okay? So if you guys type it in wrong, you guys will probably get it marked wrong. That's okay. Okay, there's no reason you guys are typing it in wrong if you're careful, but if you do make a mistake, which is normal, we will go through and recorrect. Okay, so you guys have 20 aliens. Pay attention to the hints. This has got some hairy spikes. If you don't need a hint, they're pretty self-explanatory. I didn't put any hints. This one's got an M-shaped arc. This one's symmetrical, so if I were to cut him in half down the middle and then fold him in half, symmetrical means that both sides would look the same. This guy is non-symmetrical or asymmetrical. Okay? Or not symmetrical. This one's got hair spikes on the right leg. M-shaped bottom, if you guys haven't seen that already. Single eye. Star and hair spikes. Hair spikes on the face. This one has no mouth. And that's pretty much it for any special things that you guys need to know. I think by this point you guys could figure it out. So there's 20 aliens for you guys to identify. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.